You keep seeing that same number everywhere. Archangel Michael says it's the final warning before a major shift. Open this in the next 2 minutes. There is a reason you keep seeing that same number. It's not coincidence. It is not your imagination, not a trick of the mind, and not just a strange pattern. You are not losing touch with reality. You are waking up to it. For those with eyes to see and ears to hear, this number is heaven's loudest whisper. The clock of the Spirit is counting down, and the repetition is no accident. It is prophecy unfolding in plain sight. When a number begins to follow you, when it shows up at red lights, receipts, phone screens, license plates, and even in your dreams, it is a divine announcement. Heaven is speaking directly to you. Archangel Michael has now been released with this final warning. His sword is drawn, and his voice thunders through this message to confirm what your spirit has already suspected. A major shift is coming. And this message is not for the masses. No, it is not broadcast to the distracted. It is reserved. It is protected. It is encrypted for those who are chosen. If you are hearing this now, if these words have found you, if this number has followed you to this moment, then you are one of the few. You are being summoned before the change breaks open in the natural realm. And yet, the understanding will not come through noise. The revelation cannot be unlocked through busyness or panic. The number will not reveal its power to those rushing through their days in distraction. To receive the meaning, you must enter silence. To interpret the code, you must dwell in stillness. Obedience will open the seal. In the stillness of your spirit, the answer will rise. It is there, just beneath the noise, where the heavens will release the interpretation of the pattern you've been seeing again, and again, and again. This is not a general message. This is an alarm for the soul. This is not entertainment. This is your final warning before everything changes. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 666 is now surrounding you. The warrior of heaven steps forth with a trumpet of warning in his mouth and fire in his eyes. His wings cast a shadow over the earth, and his voice pierces through the veil of the ordinary. Archangel Michael has stepped into your atmosphere. He is not sent for many, he is sent for you. Sent in this hour, sent in this minute, sent with a message for the marked ones. And this, right now, is that divine moment. The clock in the Spirit has struck alignment. What you are hearing now is not just a message, it is a holy interruption. A divine appointment. A supernatural breach in your schedule. Something far greater than you has broken into your day to deliver something heaven cannot delay. This is your 2-minute window. This is your awakening moment. This is your divine alignment. Why does this number keep finding you? Why does it cling to your thoughts? Why does it echo in your spirit even after your eyes look away? That is not human persistence. That is divine pursuit. You are being chased. Not by fear. Not by darkness. But by destiny. The number is the chariot of divine attention. It is the tracking system of heaven. It is the way the Spirit announces, you are no longer hidden. You are being summoned because something has shifted in the realms above you. This number refuses to leave you alone because heaven refuses to let you remain the same. Understand this. Not everyone is seeing what you are seeing. Not everyone is being followed like this. Many scroll past. Many sleep on. Many remain distracted by dust. But you are one of the ones heaven has targeted for transformation. This number is not chasing the crowd. It is not showing up to the careless. It is stalking the chosen. And if you are hearing these words, if this resonates deeper than language, then you are one of them. You have been interrupted on purpose. Your routine was pierced for a reason. You are not just listening, you are being summoned. This is the sound of the trumpet before the walls fall. This is the announcement before the oil flows. The number is not a glitch. It is a spiritual invasion. It is the voice of the archangel disguised in repetition, showing up in your mundane, calling out from clocks and receipts, whispering in timestamps and totals. Not everyone understands. But you are not everyone. Heaven has paused your atmosphere to speak directly into your soul. You are nearing a divine collision. Be ready. The number keeps appearing because time in the spirit is collapsing into this moment. The veil is thinning. The heavens are opening. And Michael, commander of the angelic armies, has arrived with sword drawn and declaration released. You have entered the countdown window. The shift is real. The warning is final. The atmosphere is changing. What comes next is not just revelation, it is preparation. And those who hear and obey in this hour will be the ones who walk through the fire and come out refined. You are not late. You are not lost. You are being positioned. You are being summoned to attention, because something in the unseen realm has begun to move. The numbers are no longer a coincidence. They are now your code. Type "I am anointed" in the comments if this message has found you. Blessing code 777 is now being activated in your atmosphere. Why does your spirit jolt every time you see it? Why does your heart race as if it already knows something your mind hasn't figured out? Why does a strange mixture of peace and pressure rise when that number appears again? This is no ordinary reaction. It is divine discomfort. It is heaven sounding the inner alarm before the outer shift takes place. You are not paranoid. You are not imagining it. You are perceiving something others can't sense. And that alone makes you different. Every time the number appears, something unseen is drawing near. The vibration moves through your body, and for a moment, you feel watched, not in fear, but in awareness. It is as if the air changes, as if the atmosphere pays attention, as if the number is not just a symbol, but a signal. There is mystery in this moment. Mystery wrapped in numbers. Mystery stitched into the ordinary. Heaven is using the seemingly random to call forth your divine attention. But the unease you feel is not just from God. Something else sees it too. Yes, there are eyes watching you. But not all are holy. There are spirits who noticed when your atmosphere shifted. They sensed the number following you, and they began whispering. Watchers, mimics, spirits of confusion, enemies of light. Whispering in the spirit realm, why are they being pursued? What are they being prepared for? What do they carry that we don't understand? Because they don't know the whole story. They don't understand the full power behind your anointing. All they see is the number. All they sense is movement. All they feel is the fire growing in your life, and it scares them. So they whisper. So they linger. So they stir anxiety in your dreams, unease in your waking hours, and questions in your mind. That number isn't just following you, it's revealing you. Revealing you to realms that once ignored you. Revealing you to voices that once overlooked you. Revealing you to spiritual systems that now realize you are next. This is why the tension is rising. This is why the dreams are shifting. This is why you feel eyes you can't see and pressure you can't explain. Because something in the unseen realm knows you're getting close. The number marks a hidden shift that is unfolding behind you, and it cannot be stopped. You're something holy that's about to manifest. It's already happening. Doors are creaking open that you haven't even knocked on. Conversations are being held about you in rooms you've never entered. The number isn't just a countdown, it's a carrier. It's carrying you through dimensions of identity. It's unlocking awareness. It's disrupting the flow of normal so you will never go back to sleep again. But beware. The unease is strategic. Heaven allows the pressure to awaken you. God permits the discomfort to prepare you. If everything felt comfortable, you would miss the signal. If all felt calm, you'd overlook the spiritual plotline being written in real time. You are being sensitized to your own transformation. This number is a divine disruptor. It will not let you go back. It will not let you blend in. It will not let you delay your becoming. You are not losing your mind. You are finding your mantle. You are not being stalked by coincidence. You are being selected by calling. And yes, there are eyes on you. But there is also fire around you. The fire of divine protection. The fire of angelic presence. The fire of Archangel Michael, assigned to guard the chosen from destruction before their time. Let the unease remain. Let the tension do its work. Because only the aware will survive the shift. Only the spiritually awake will navigate what's coming next. This number did not come to comfort you. It came to wake you. Type I receive the warning in the comments if this message is uncovering what your spirit already felt. Blessing code 333 is sealing over you now. If this message has ignited something deep within you, if you felt the number chasing you and now you finally understand why, then you know this isn't just a video. It's a divine assignment to awaken souls around the world. When you sow into this mission, you're not just supporting content, you're sowing into souls being awakened before the shift breaks loose. The same way this number pursued you, it's pursuing others, and your support helps us reach them before it's too late. Give and it shall be given unto you, not just finances, but revelation, alignment, and open heavens. I heard the Lord say, tell them, when they give, they unlock the next layer of their shift. If you feel stirred, don't wait. Use the super thanks or join membership on YouTube to stand with us. Or give directly through PayPal. The link is in the description below. This is a holy seed. Sow it with expectation. Sow it with urgency. Sow it like you know heaven is watching. Give now, and watch God multiply it back in your spirit. Now you must understand, this number, this pattern, this divine echo, it is not merely a sign. It is a seal. It is evidence that your name was spoken in heavenly places. And when heaven speaks your name, hell takes notice. When God marks you for movement, the enemy marks you for resistance. What you thought was just a strange recurrence is actually a battle strategy. This number is not random. It is a code from the throne room. You are being awakened in layers. And with every appearance of this number, another veil falls away. Another lie is broken. Another weapon is exposed. But that exposure does not come without resistance. There are spirits that have had you in cycles for years, bound to shame, guilt, procrastination, fear of failure, fear of success. And now, This number has broken through the fog. It has announced your spiritual clearance. And the enemy can feel it. Yes, you are being watched, because you are being weaponized by heaven. And with that assignment comes conflict. But not in the physical. Not in the realm of flesh and blood. This is not about people turning on you, although they might. This is not about people misunderstanding you, although they will. This is about unseen agendas colliding with a rising anointing. You are the battleground. You are the altar. You are the vessel through which God is preparing to release something too large to be ignored. You see, spiritual attacks don't come when you're doing nothing. Spiritual pressure doesn't rise when you're off purpose. But the moment you align, the moment you awaken, the moment the number starts following you, that's when all the atmosphere begins to shift. Because your identity has triggered your opposition. Let it be known, the number you keep seeing is a heavenly announcement to every system that once tried to contain you. They are no longer under your control. Your delay has ended. Your confusion is being scattered. Your fear is losing its grip. But the enemy will try one last time to shake you, to distract you, to derail you before the final breakthrough is released. So do not be surprised by sudden warfare. Do not be surprised when people around you start acting strange. Do not be surprised when dreams intensify, sleep patterns shift, or when a strange fog tries to reattach itself to your mind. These are symptoms of your ascension. These are indicators that the number is not just a sign. It's a key. It has unlocked something eternal in you, and now the realms around you are reacting. The battle is not a punishment. It's a prophecy in motion. Every opposition is actually proof that you are stepping into something divine. Every resistance is validation. Every spiritual battle is a confirmation that what God placed inside of you is dangerous to darkness. Archangel Michael has come now as both protector and prophet. With one hand he shields. With the other he declares. And what he's declaring over your life is this: you are marked for movement. You are chosen for collision. And the number that keeps finding you is not confusion. It is clarity sent from the higher realm. Take heart. The number you see is not marking your breakdown. It is announcing your build-up. You have outgrown old battles. You have surpassed old temptations. The enemy doesn't know what else to use against you because you're no longer where you were. And now, the number declares, it's time. So do not let the opposition shake you. Let it affirm you. Let it remind you, if resistance has risen, it's because something powerful is about to be released through you. Yes, the battle is real. But so is the protection. So is the calling. So is the number. And when heaven mars a soul, no demon in hell could erase it. Type "I am marked by God" in the comments if you know this word is for you. Blessing code 444 is shielding you now with divine fire. This is the final warning. The number is no longer just a sign. It has become a clock. It ticks silently in the background of your spirit, and every time you see it now, it is heaven reminding you, time is running out. The shift is not pending. It's already been initiated. The gates of movement are swinging open, and within 72 hours, the energy connected to that number will manifest into motion. You have felt it building. The tension in the air. The unusual conversations. The delays that seem more like divine pauses than human error. The strange dreams. The restlessness. The increase in distractions. All of it is part of the build-up to a divine unveiling. The number has been following you because it was sent to usher you to the edge of something that cannot be delayed any longer. Heaven has been aligning timelines, arranging people, reconstructing your surroundings. There are moves about to happen that you didn't even plan for, but they were always written into your divine scroll. You are walking into a convergence moment, a point in time where past warfare, current awareness, and future glory collide. The number have been your silent signal, not just to prepare, but to position. You've been sensing that something is about to break. Now you know why. This is not just a feeling, it's spiritual sensitivity. You're not just intuitive, you're in sync with eternity. And when that number keeps appearing, it's counting down your transition from hidden to revealed, from delay to release, from warfare to walking in what was promised. In the next 72 hours, expect a disturbance, a sudden shift in the flow of things. It may look like disruption. It may even come disguised as confrontation, confusion, or chaos. But listen carefully, it is not what it seems. Behind it, the hand of God is moving. Hidden plans are surfacing. Conversations held behind closed doors will begin to break open into the light. And what was being held back will begin to break through. It will feel like pressure rising, like everything intensifies at once. This is not punishment. This is propulsion. You are being launched forward. You are being taken from stagnation into acceleration. And the number was the signal before the suddenly, like the sound before the trumpet, like the shofar before the walls collapse. You must not ignore this anymore. You must not delay your obedience. Heaven is not asking for perfection. It's demanding alignment. You do not need to understand every detail, but you must surrender to the instruction. There is something you are meant to do, say, write, shift, leave or enter. You know what it is. And this number keeps following you because heaven is waiting for your movement. Delay now becomes disobedience. Silence becomes surrender to the wrong kingdom. Ignoring the sign will not stop the shift. It will just leave you unprepared. So prepare. Cast. Pray. Clean your space. Consecrate your mind. Stay alert. The enemy will try to seduce you into distraction right before the shift completes. This is the moment he fears, the moment you align with your divine timing. He will throw temptation, frustration, fear, and even false opportunities to try to pull you out of position. But you are not weak. You are not lost. You are not blind. You are chosen. This number has stalked you because your time has come. The pressure is heaven's confirmation. The countdown is your signal. What's coming is not to break you, it's to birth you. The shift will not be delayed. The heavens have spoken, and the angelic armies have been released to surround this transition. You are on the edge of manifestation. Prepare accordingly. Obey swiftly. Watch carefully. Type "I will not miss my shift" in the comments if you feel the countdown in your spirit. Blessing code 1212 is now unlocking the next 72 hours of supernatural alignment. Now that the clock has begun, and the countdown is underway, you must shift your posture. Not in fear, but in focused surrender. This next moment, this next hour, this next phase, it will not be one with noise. It will not be navigated with panic. This is not the time to talk to everyone, explain yourself, or even respond to what's trying to pull you back. This is the moment where your silence becomes your sword. This is the hour where your stillness becomes your shield. Heaven has released a strategy, and it is one that few understand. In a world that idolizes activity, productivity, and motion, you are being called into divine stillness. Because it is in the stillness where spiritual codes are unlocked. It is in the stillness where angelic assignments are upaided. And it is in the stillness where the enemy loses access to your energy. The number you keep seeing has not only been a signal of shift, it is an invitation into holy hiding. Just as Jesus often withdrew into silence before revealing power, so must you now pull away from the noise before heaven releases what's next. You are being told to retreat, not to hide in fear, but to shield your spirit during the most sensitive part of this divine operation. When you are still, the enemy is confused. When you stop explaining yourself, hell loses its grip. When you stop reacting, heaven begins responding for you. When you stop engaging with low-level distractions, high-level instructions begin to pour in. And this number has not only alerted you, it has protected you by calling you into a higher posture. There are traps being set in this season, but they cannot capture the still one. There are spiritual snares disguised as conversations, emotional hooks wrapped in familiar voices, and deceptive detours dressed as opportunities. But stillness is where discernment grows. Stillness is where you will feel the checks in your spirit before your soul says yes. Stillness is where the whisper of the Holy Spirit becomes louder than the scream of fear. So be still. Be unmoved. Be unseen. There is power in your pause. There is fire in your quiet obedience. The number that keeps appearing is not asking you to panic, it's commanding you to anchor. And this is how you anchor. Not through talking, not through venting, not through reacting, but by stilling the storm inside of you so you can hear the whisper that says, I am fighting for you now. Archangel Michael has not just come to warn, he has come to cover. His wings are stretched wide over the chosen. His sword is drawn against every demonic scheme trying to interrupt your shift. But for his covering to remain, you must stay in the place of quiet obedience. You must stay in the secret place, even when the temptation to respond grows louder. You must stay hidden even when the flesh wants to be seen. The warfare you're feeling is real. The pressure is rising. But your defense is not in louder prayers, not in more social posts, not in retaliation or proving your point. Your power is in your peace. Your victory is in your stillness. Your deliverance is in your discipline to stay silent when the battle cries try to pull you out. Heaven is watching how you posture your soul in this hour. The number that has been following you has not only marked your destiny, it is now measuring your obedience. Can you be still and trust the war is being won behind the veil? Can you be quiet and trust the heavens are speaking louder than your voice ever could? When you stop moving, heaven starts marching. When you stop chasing, angels start charging. When you stop reacting, God starts revealing. The noise outside is rising, but the chosen will not be moved. They will be silent. They will be still. And in that sacred posture, they will be protected. Type my stillness is strategy in the comments if you receive this protective word. Blessing code 999 is now surrounding your silence with angelic fire. You must hear this now, clearly, and without hesitation. You are not being haunted by this number, you are being called. The enemy wants you to believe this pattern is a curse, that it's some kind of spiritual disturbance, that you are losing your grip on reality. But the truth is far more dangerous to darkness. You are awakening. This number isn't circling your life to torment you. It's orbiting your atmosphere to anoint you. You are not being followed because you're fragile. You are being followed because you are favored. You are not being stalked by digits. You are being shadowed by destiny. And what you are seeing again and again is not a mistake. It is the seal of divine transformation. Archangel Michael speaks with fire. Break the false identity now. Break the lie that you are under attack because you are weak. You are under pressure because you are powerful. You are under fire because the furnace is about to release your final form. The number has not come to terrify you. It has come to testify. It is testifying of who you really are. It is revealing the truth you've been running from. You've outgrown the old version of yourself. You can feel it. That inner restlessness. That holy discomfort. That unshakable awareness that what used to satisfy you no longer does. You're not being punished. You're being promoted. And that promotion comes through fire, stillness, obedience, and now, through the empowerment of identity. This is the moment you stop shrinking. This is the moment you stop doubting. This is the moment you look in the mirror and no longer see what the world told you to be, but who heaven always knew you were. You are not haunted by a pattern. You are being initiated into purpose. You are not running in circles. You are being circled by angelic confirmation. You are not cursed. You are called into consecration. When the number appears again, and it will, let it be your reminder, I am not who I used to be. I no longer available to old cycles. I do not owe an explanation to anything beneath my elevation. Because I am rising. You are rising. Wings are unfolding. Vision is clearing. The false layers are shedding. The silence has cracked open the cocoon. The warfare has broken the illusion. And now, in the glow of divine clarity, you must accept who you truly are, chosen, consecrated, fire-born, and spirit-sealed. This is the shift. This is the moment the mantle finds the mature. This is the second the weight of heaven begins to rest on your shoulders, not as a burden, but as a badge of authority. You are not breaking down. You are breaking out. The number has stalked you because transformation can no longer wait. It's time to move from confusion to clarity, from reaction to revelation, from survival to strategy. You are no longer being hidden for protection. You are being positioned for visibility. And when heaven chooses to reveal a chosen one, nothing in hell can stop it. Not a word, not a ruin, not an attack, not a delay. So hear the command of Archangel Michael. Step into your empowerment. Claim the truth of who you are. The number you see has brought you here. But now, it is time to become what that number has always known. A warrior of the spirit, a vessel of fire, a carrier of destiny. You are chosen. Not because you were perfect. Not because you were loud. Not because you demanded it. But because heaven said, it's them. It's time. And I will mark them with a number until they rise. Type I am rising in the comments if you feel the fire of transformation in this message. Blessing code 555 is igniting your divine empowerment now. Here it is. The moment of availing. The number you keep seeing. The one that chased you into stillness, that disrupted your peace, that made your spirit stand on edge. It's not an omen of doom. It's not the mark of danger. It's the key to your next dimension. You were never being warned because something was about to be taken from you. You were being summoned because something long hidden was about to be given to you. Hear it clearly. This is not a warning of loss, this is the prophecy of your unlocking. You weren't being haunted by this number. You were being handed a code. And in the realm of the Spirit, divine codes are not spoken with human tongues. They're spoken through patterns, through signs, through whispers, through dreams, through sudden repetitions that defy logic. That number was heaven's encrypted message, and now, the code is breaking open in your atmosphere. When you saw that number the first time, heaven smiled, because your spirit responded. When you saw it the second, the third, the 12th time, it wasn't just the number that was repeating, it was your next season trying to get your attention. God have been speaking all along. You just needed to enter the right level of spiritual perception to understand. This number is connected to a seasonal shift, a heavenly unlock, and a prophetic alignment. It's tied to a blessing that was delayed, not because you weren't ready, but because the timing had to be precise. And now it is. The divine clock is struck. The gate is opening. The seal is breaking. What is on the other side of this number is not just a blessing. It's an identity. It's a version of you that was prophesied before you were born. It's the version of you who walks in boldness, who carries divine instruction, who opens their mouth and releases kingdom authority. The version of you who no longer begs for signs, but becomes one. Because make no mistake, you are the sign. You are the proof that heaven is still speaking. You are the living evidence that divine patterns have meaning. You are the message wrapped in flesh, walking among those who still think it's coincidence. But no more coincidences. No more doubting what you feel. No more dismissing the divine. The number has made it plain. Heaven has declared it clear. Your name is known in the realm of angels. Yes, they know your name. The same way demons recognized Jesus before he ever performed a miracle, the spirit realm has already recognized you, by name, by mantle, by number. The number you've seen again and again is proof that heaven didn't forget you, that your prayers were not lost, that the vision was not abandoned, that the calling is still alive. You've been chosen to carry something that cannot be hidden anymore. And now that you're unlocking, things are going to move fast. New alignments are forming. Old ties are breaking. Doors you never even knocked on will begin to open without effort. Because that's what happens when heaven releases a code. The natural must bow to the supernatural. So the next time you see it, don't question it. Don't fear it. Don't try to explain it. Honor it. Acknowledge it. Align with it. Because it's not just a number anymore. It's your signpost. Your prophetic badge. Your spiritual barcode. And it has stamped you with favor, fire, and fulfillment. You're not chasing it anymore. You're carrying it now. Type "I am unlocking" in the comments if you receive the divine revelation of this word. Blessing code 1010 is now decoding the next layer of your spiritual destiny. If this word opened your eyes, if the number finally makes sense, then you already know this is more than content. This is divine decoding, and there are millions out there waiting for their confirmation. Your support isn't about helping a channel. It's about unlocking deliverance for souls who are still in the dark. Just as this number unlocked you, your giving unlocks access for others. When you sow, you send light into timelines. When you give, You place oil on this altar that flows into someone else's breakthrough. To whom much is given, much is required, and if this word was a gift, now is your moment to multiply it. Use Super Thanks or join membership right here on YouTube. Or give through PayPal. The link is in the video description below. Let your giving be prophetic. Let it be bold. Let it be now. There is no delay in the Spirit. Move when the anointing hits. And now the number is no longer a whisper. It's a summons. No longer just a signal. No longer just a pattern in the shadows. It has become the sound of your name being called across dimensions. A call to rise. A call to walk. A call to obey. Because heaven is not just revealing something to you. Heaven is requiring something from you. And this time, it will not be enough to simply feel it. You must act on it. You've seen the signs. You sensed the stirring. You stood in the tension of the shift. But now, the atmosphere is echoing one final invitation before movement manifests. Will you say yes? Not a passive yes. Not an emotional yes. Not a hesitant or temporary one. But a covenant yes. A yes that realigns your mind, your behavior, your choices, your schedule, your relationships, your future. A yes that signals to heaven, I am ready. This number wasn't sent to entertain you. It was sent to activate you. It had been knocking on the door of your obedience. Not to inspire curiosity, but to awaken commitment. Because the realm of glory you are being called into cannot be entered without action. This is not just about belief. This is about alignment. And alignment always costs something. What are you still holding on to? What are you still excusing? What are you still delaying that you know heaven told you to do? Archangel Michael's sword is not just protecting you. It is pointing toward your next step. The vision cannot be fulfilled until your spirit agrees with the instructions. And the number that has been following you has not been assigned to your feelings. It has been assigned to your future. Do not think for a moment that heaven will force you. Do not assume that because the sign keeps appearing, the blessing will automatically fall. You are in the window now, the divine countdown, and the portal of movement is waiting for your choice. Heaven waits for your yes. This is the hour to write the vision, to speak the declaration, to sow the seed, to start the fast, to send the email, to forgive, to shut the door, to delete the contact, to register the business, to release the fear, to choose the fire. You accept the call. Whatever the Holy Spirit has been pressing on you to do, this is the moment to do it. Don't wait for peace to confirm it. Your obedience creates the peace. Don't wait for more signs. This number was the final one. Don't wait for others to believe. God didn't give them the confirmation. He gave it to you. This is not their shift. This is yours. And when you act in obedience, heaven will respond in acceleration. Movement will follow your faith. Breakthrough will follow your belief. God is not withholding anything from you. He's just waiting for your obedience to match your revelation. You have outgrown delay. You have surpassed indecision. You are no longer the version of yourself who questions what heaven has already confirmed. You are ready. So rise up now. Speak life now. Declare boldly now. Heaven has opened this space so you can occupy it. Not one day, not eventually, but now. The enemy will do everything he can to distract you in this hour, because he knows that if you obey this time, it's over for him. He knows that your action seals the promise, that your faith unlocks the door, that your movement releases the fire. You are not waiting on God. God is waiting on you. Heaven has done its part. The angels have delivered the message. The number has played its role. The prophecy has been released. Now it's your turn. This is your destiny moment. And heaven is watching. Type ISAYYES in the comments if your spirit is ready to align with your divine instruction. Blessing code 1616 is now activating the gates of your obedience. Right now, as you breathe, as you listen, as you stand between one moment and the next, a silent exchange is happening in the spirit realm. You can't hear it with your ears. You won't see it on a screen. But your spirit has already felt it. That restlessness, that trembling in your soul, that unexplainable peace mixed with pressure. It's not emotional chaos, it's spiritual confirmation. Because something sacred is happening behind the veil. Heaven is negotiating on your behalf. While you've been fighting to understand why this number keeps appearing, while you've wrestled with confusion and curiosity, angels have been in motion. Scrolls are being opened. Names are being read. Strategies are being finalized. And what the enemy thought was locked away forever is now being retrieved. Yes, what was stolen is being returned. You thought you lost too, what? Time, energy, relationships, finances, clarity. You thought too many doors had closed. Too many opportunities wasted. Too many years lost in fear, disobedience, or delay. But what you didn't know is that heaven never forgot. Nothing you lost went unnoticed. Not a single tear was wasted. Not a single groan of frustration was unheard. You saw failure, but God saw fire being built. You saw loss, but heaven saw leverage for your restoration. And now, as you align with obedience, as your yes breaks the chains of stagnation, the spirit realm is shifting in your favor. There are angels in rooms you've never entered. They are speaking your name into the atmosphere. Not because you are flawless, but because you are chosen and positioned. Archangel Michael leads with authority, enforcing what heaven has decreed concerning you. This is not fiction. This is not fantasy. This is prophetic reality. And it's happening now. You felt the symptoms, the chills, the unusual stillness, the sudden awareness of being watched, not by man but by movement. The number was never just about getting your attention. It was marking you for the exchange. For every season you were overlooked, there is now a recompense. For every tear you shed in silence, there is now a record. For every time the enemy robbed your hope and confidence, there is now a retrieval order. The spiritual vaults are opening. The timing has been triggered. And you are stepping into the return of what was once yours, multiplied by fire. But here is the mystery. It won't look the same. What's coming back will not resemble what was taken. It will be transformed, elevated, redesigned by heaven's blueprint. What was stolen from you in confusion will return wrapped in clarity. What was taken in sorrow will be delivered in joy. What was lost in weakness will be reclaimed in strength. Because heaven does not return things the way they were. It returns them the way they were always meant to be. Even now, in this very moment, there are divine contracts being signed. Your name is being inked into heavenly ledgers of fulfillment. The agreements made in darkness against you are being overturned in light. This is the secret work of the Spirit, a silent exchange between heaven's justice and earth's readiness. And the number that chased you was simply the receipt of the divine transaction. This is why you felt the pressure. This is why you were pushed into silence. Because something holy was happening, and God didn't want it interfered with. The enemy could not be allowed to hijack the moment. This transfer is too sensitive, too precise, too powerful to be mishandled. And now, as the agreement finalizes in the Spirit, you will feel the evidence of it manifest in the natural. You will begin to receive without striving. Doors will open that you didn't knock on. Answers will come before the question is asked. Rest will return. Clarity will descend. Joy will bubble up out of nowhere. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. What was taken is returning. What was lost is restored. What was broken is rebuilt. What was delayed is now delivered. The exchange is complete. Type "I receive what's mine" in the comments if you feel the transfer occurring. Blessing code 888 is now sealing your name into the restoration ledgers of heaven. Listen carefully. Something sacred has been set in motion, and there is no going back. The silent exchange in the Spirit hath been completed, and now the scales are tipping. Heaven's gavel has dropped. Divine court has ruled in your favor. Justice is not coming. Justice is already underway. What they meant for harm, what they schemed in shadows, what they whispered in backrooms, what they thought they buried, it is now becoming the very platform of your promotion. The number that pursued you was not only a signal, it was an indictment, a heavenly subpoena, a prophetic decree that the case against you has been overturned. The trials were not wasted. The tears were not in vain. The delay wasn't denial. It was evidence gathering. And now, Archangel Michael, God's enforcer of justice, has stepped into the scene to declare, the verdict has been rendered. Divine reversal has begun. You need to hear this. You were never forgotten. You were never forsaken. You were never out of sight. You were being measured. You were being refined. You were being protected by postponement. And now, because you didn't fold under pressure, because you endured what others didn't see, because you didn't let your pain turn into poison, heaven has issued a reversal. The final warning was not to frighten you, it was to prepare you. Now, watch how fast the tables turn. Watch how quickly the atmosphere shifts. Watch how suddenly the very things that were weaponized against you are repackaged as divine tools for elevation. What was used to mock you will now announce you. What was thrown at you to hurt you will now lift you. The very storm the enemy thought would silence you is now the wind beneath your next assignment. This is divine reversal, and it moves with no apology. Those who cursed your name are now being silenced. Those who doubted your call are now being convicted. Those who abandoned you in the valley will now witness your crowning on the mountaintop. And not because you forced it, not because you retaliated, but because you obeyed in silence. Because you trusted the process when everything inside you wanted to run. Because you believed even when belief came with bruises. Let it be known, heaven is repaying. It is repaying lost time with accelerated favor. It is repaying rejection with divine recognition. It is repaying stolen identity with kingdom revelation. It is repaying public shame with public anointing. The justice of God does not play by man's calendar or culture's timelines. It comes suddenly. It arrives supernaturally. It manifests without needing approval. What the enemy calculated would destroy you has now been absorbed by the fire of God and turned into your launch bed. The number that followed you relentlessly was never just a warning of war. It was a signal of recompense. It marked the moment heaven began tipping the balance in your favor. Even now, angels are overturning decisions. They are bringing hidden things to light. They are releasing divine intelligence. Strategies that were used against you are now being turned upside down. The very weapon formed in darkness is being broken in daylight, and it's happening now. And as the scales tip, you are rising. Not in arrogance, but in anointing. Not to gloat, but to govern. Not for revenge, but for responsibility. Because this reversal is not about making your enemies pay. It's about making your destiny clear. You were always meant to rise. You were always called to be the head and not the tail. And now, justice has confirmed it. Take this moment seriously. The favor is real. The shift is holy. And the authority you walk in now has been bought with fire. Type "the scales have tipped" in the comments if you receive this divine reversal. Blessing code 1717 is now tipping justice in your direction. It is done. The message has been spoken. The number has fulfilled its assignment. The shift has already begun. And now, heaven speaks one final affirmation over your life. You are sealed, seen, and sent. The number that found you at random moments, in impossible patterns, and in places you never expected, was not sent to scare you. It was sent to mark you. It was the countdown before your crossover. The whisper before the wonder. The fire before the fullness. And now, as you stand on the edge of all that's been promised, the number takes its final position, not outside of you, but within you. You carry it now. It is no longer just showing up on clocks and signs. It is etched into your spirit. A prophetic code embedded into your obedience. A spiritual brand upon your mantle. A divine symbol that heaven has approved, anointed, and accelerated your next move. You are not returning to confusion. You are not falling back into fear. The final warning has prepared you, and what comes next will confirm everything you felt but couldn't explain. You are ready. You are ready to speak with clarity. Ready to walk in courage. Ready to govern with grace. You are ready to say no to what once had power over you. You are ready to say yes to what always belonged to you. You are ready to carry glory in a world built on distraction. Because you've been purified. Because you've been tested. Because you've been marked. And now, Archangel Michael releases this word over your life. The ones who have heard, the ones who have seen, the ones who have said yes, they will walk in protection, in clarity, and in divine peace. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. No tongue raised against you shall succeed. No plan of hell shall interrupt what heaven has ordained. You are stepping into alignment, into acceleration, into access. The shift was never meant to destroy you. It was designed to reveal you. And now, that revelation is no longer hidden. The number was never the end. It was the entrance. The warning was never about loss. It was about launch. And now, the silence breaks with the sound of your arrival. Receive this final blessing. May clarity cover you like morning dew. May your spirit stay sharp and alert in every moment of movement. May your mind be shielded from confusion, and your heart protected from delay. May the oil of divine wisdom drip from your life. May your name echo in rooms of influence, favor, and acceleration. May every door that is of God swing wide, and may every counterfeit opportunity collapse before it can reach you. The shift has begun. You are sealed. You are seen. You are sent. Type "I am ready for the shift" in the comments if this word has confirmed your awakening. Blessing Code 2020 is now releasing your file activation. If this final word found you, if your spirit was marked and your atmosphere shifted, then this wasn't just a video. This was a divine encounter crafted by heaven and delivered in prophetic timing. Now, the call is not just to receive but to release. To help this message reach the next person being pursued by that same number, your giving sends the sound of God's warning and promise to those still in the fog. When you sow into this word, you activate a chain reaction in the spirit. Souls will waken. Chains will break. Revelation will multiply. And heaven will honor your obedience with a harvest beyond your expectation. The same number that found you can find them. Use the super thanks or join membership option here on YouTube, or sow directly through PayPal. The link is in the video description below. Move as the Spirit leads. Give as the Lord commands. The shift isn't just happening to you, it's flowing through you. Become a part of this prophetic mission today.